Howdy, I'm Casey, and I'm going to show you how I check my blood ketones and blood glucose using the Precision Extra Glucometer. Had it for a couple of years, got it from Amazon. I'll provide a link in the comments below. Comes in a little pouch, and it will come, your little kit will come with the meter itself, the device that you use to prick your finger, a bunch of these they're called lancets, which fit in this trigger device, and probably will come, if memory serves, with, I don't know how many, 10 of these glucose checking strips. So the way the device works is these test strips, there's a sheet of them here, are inserted into the meter, and it draws up just a little tiny drop of blood, and it reads the result. Sold separately are what are called blood ketone test strips. As you can see, glucose blue, ketones pink. That's how you tell. These are sold separately. I'm not going to lie, they're pricey. They can range from $5 each, and like a pack of 10, to, I've gotten them at Universal Drugstore out of Canada for about $2.50 each, or $2.20 each, if I buy enough, and I'll buy a bunch together. I don't test every day. I don't need to. I am now not even pre-diabetic. What got me started on the ketogenic diet, which is what this is all about, was the fact that I was on board to be type 2 diabetic, and a litany of other issues, borderline high blood pressure, fill in the blank, you know what I'm talking about. So my blood glucose has pretty much been regulated with this nutritional protocol, which is the ketogenic or low carb, high fat diet. The main thrust of which is you eat extremely low carbohydrates. Mine are below about 20 grams a day. And then other things. And you can visit my blog, or many resources to find out about really what the ketogenic diet is about and some of the details. Suffice it to say, I eat very low carbohydrate, and doing that has just taken care of a litany of issues for me. Not the least of which is I've lost, as of now, 85 pounds. I'd like to lose about 15.7 more, but I'm pretty happy I've lost 85 pounds. I'm going to show you how to do this now, without further ado. So, the little lancing device gets loaded with a little lancet itself. I know a lot of people do not like the idea of pricking their fingers for blood. In my experience, in my estimation, the little prick is really no worse than a mosquito bite. It's nothing even like a bee sting. So you just pop this top off so easily. You pop it off without releasing the whole thing. So you just want the cap to come off. Leaves a very tiny, if you can see. I mean, it's really small. It's almost like a thumbtack, but much shorter. Then you put this back on. So you've got this. You pull this device out, and that loads it. Now, depending on how thin or thick-skinned you are, you can change the depth. There's a little dial on here, and you would adjust that to the depth. Mine is at 8, I think. So, now, tip. Because you want to kind of quickly test the blood glucose or ketones, what I do is I get my strips ready. So here I have one for glucose, one for ketones. Ketones blue, pink, glucose blue. They're different. On the back, and you don't want to really touch anything that's with the little ends that do the reading. So I try to be careful. Oh, another tip, just to be careful. Rubbing alcohol. I'm going to clean the tip of my finger just to be super careful. Now, what I do, I take the strips and I pull them. I don't even take them out. I leave them in the foil. This is the business end. This is what's going into the meter. The other end is what's going to drop the blood, and I'll show you that. So, same thing here. Take it, Business end is exposed. Now we go on to our meter. This is what this looks like. It's just a really small device. You know, I have small hands. You can see how small it is. And at this point, I'm going to take the glucose meter. I'm going to pop it in here. And what happens is it starts to do some kind of technical running down. And then when you see this little icon with the blood dripping, that means it's ready to take up the blood. So I've triggered it. I've got it. I go boing. It is nothing. I mean, I'm talking about very little. If you're squeamish about blood, don't look. And then you just let the blood drop. Did I get enough? It'll beep when it's had enough blood. So then you just wait. It's going to count down. 73. I'm pretty happy with that. I do the same thing. I generally don't have to prick myself again. Get some more blood coming out. Pop the meter with the ketone strip. Wait for it to show its little blood icon dripping. Boom, boom, boom. Get some more blood there until it beeps. Hope you could hear that. And then it's going to start to count down. Won't I be embarrassed if I'm not in ketosis? And the ketone reading takes longer. 3.3. I'm pretty pleased. For those of you who wonder what the heck is ketosis, what is a good reading, again, you can go to my website and read. I try to explain it, my understanding of it, in very reasonable, simple terms. I've done a lot of research, but there are so many good resources. Do try to get scholarly resources and not listen, ironically, I'm going to say this to people on the internet, but there are excellent resources. The Art and Science of Low Carbohydrate Living by doctors Finney and Volek. The Art and Science of Low Carbohydrate Performance by those same two doctors. New Atkins for a New You by those two doctors, plus Dr. Eric Westman. Many, many good resources. Check it out. Test your blood ketones and your glucose, particularly if you need to check your sugar. Why test ketones? I want to make sure I'm in ketosis. Why do I want to make sure I'm in ketosis? Because that means that I have converted my body to burning fat for fuel and not glucose. I've been in this state essentially for 2.5 years. You will hear people say, you must have glucose or else you'll fall out. I'm not falling out. I'm actually gone back to being really smart. Used to be smart, got a little loopy and brain foggy with menopause, and now I'm back to being smart again. So anyway, read more about it. It is a very simple, doesn't hurt, and if you don't measure where you are, you don't really know what's going on. So if you're trying to eat low carb and it's not working, you're not losing weight, you're not feeling better, you're not feeling all the great benefits of what you've heard you should, but you haven't measured whether you're in ketosis. Is it because you're not in ketosis that you're not getting the benefits? Is it because you are in ketosis, but there's something else going on? Maybe you're eating too much protein. You are simply overeating food. Just because you can eat it on the ketogenic diet does not mean you're compelled to. That means you don't have to eat 5 pounds of bacon. 3 strips will be fine. But anyway, hope you will continue to listen. Hope you'll look at the blog and comment and ask questions. Hope you got something out of this. This is a fantastic way of eating and living, and more to follow. Thanks for watching.